Hi all, this is Dr. Pandishwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering from SRM Madurai College for Engineering and Technology. And today, in today's session, we are going to discuss on the types of buildings, in which there are so many classifications, and we are going to concentrate on industrial and residential building. First of all, the building is defined as any structure for whatsoever purpose and of whatsoever material constructed, and every part thereof may or may not be used as human habitation. Coming into classification, based on the National Building Code, the buildings are classified based on the type of occupancy and type of constructions. Coming into type of occupancy, the building is further classified as residential building, educational building, institutional building, assembly buildings, business building, and industrial buildings. And further, based on and the classification based on the type of construction, which includes type 1 that provide 4-hour fire resistance, type 2 that provide 3-hour fire resistance, and type 3 that provide 2-hour fire resistance, and type 4 that provide 1-hour fire resistance. But in our session, we are going to concentrate on industrial building versus residential building, in which industrial building is a structure designed for production, manufacturing, storage, and distribution, such as factories and warehouses. Coming into residential building, this includes any building in which the accommodation is provided for normal residential purpose with or without cooking and dining facilities, which includes houses, lodges, apartment house, and so on. Whereas the industrial building includes, that is already discussed, in which the product or material of all kind and properties are fabricated, assembled, or produced. This all includes the laboratories, dry cleaning plants, power plants, refinery, and sawmills, etc. Coming into classification criteria of the building, it is further classified based on the zoning and regulation, in which the residential building comply with residential zone regulation, zoning requirement, and so on. Next comes the design force which includes a functionality and efficiency guide for industrial design or residential design, and so on. Next comes the materials. In case of material, the industrial building uses steel, reinforced concrete, or metal panels, whereas for the residential building, generally in traditional system they use wood, brick, and dry walls, etc. And next comes the primary use, in which the industrial buildings serve as the manufacturing and heavy industry, while the residential building are for living and family accommodation alone. Next comes the structural size. For industrial building, it features with a large open floor, and for residential building, often have variable based on the requirement of the client. And load requirement, residential structures require higher load capacity due to machineries, whereas for residential focus on moderate and for human occupancy alone. Next comes the design consideration for industrial and residential building. The first and foremost, we are going to discuss on structural integrity for industrial building, in which it is designed to support a heavy load and dynamic machinery using steel framing and RC. Next comes the layout flexibility in industrial design. Mostly, industrial structure should be open with adequate space, enable with efficient workflow, and accommodate large equipment needs. And next comes the safety priority in industrial building. It mostly focuses on the fire resistance, hazardous material handling, and effective ventilation system. And the fourth one is accessibility for industrial operation, in which it is designed for large vehicle access and freight movement, including loading docks and wide routes. And the fifth one is comfort in residential building. It emphasizes on thermal insulation, natural light, and noise reduction for occupants' well-being. And next comes the residential safety compiles, in which it adheres to the codes for fire escape, wiring safety, and earthquake resistance. And finally, the aesthetic and environmental integration and functionality in residential design. Next comes the Benefits of industrial building. Benefits includes the manufacturing plant characteristics in which the large factories with assembly line, heavy machinery supporting mass production process. Usually, it is industries planned based on this all the important points. And next comes the warehouse design. In warehouse design, they mostly occupy the space using high ceiling open space optimized for storage and material handling. Next comes the purpose of power plant. It is a specialized building house with large equipment for energy generation and to support the industrial needs. Next come the key industrial building features, which include higher load capacity floor, modular scalable design and advanced safety system. And finally, the benefits of industrial operations, which includes supports complex manufacturing, enhancing the material handlings and improves the safety and productivity. Next, coming into the example and benefits of residential building. In case of residential building, it includes a diverse residential building example, in which it includes single home, apartment complex, and so on, based on the suburban and urban areas. Next comes a comfortable and efficient space. Coming into comfortable, it is designed with varying room configuration, energy efficient, enhanced indoor air quality for optimal living comfort. And next come the robust safety features, which includes fire alarm in case of any fire accident or secure entrances and zoning compliance to ensure the occupant safety and security. And next point is the community and privacy balance, which enables a balance between fostering community living and maintaining the private living environment for residents. Finally, it supports for diverse needs, in which it accommodates various occupant requirement and budget while providing safe livable environment. Finally, coming into some residential case study, the first image is a Bosco vertical towers with 900 plus trees, in which 2 million towers incorporate over 900 trees and 2000 plants to enhance the air quality and biodiversity in urban housing. And next picture is of highline residences with green roofs, in which a modern New York apartment feature green roof and energy efficient designs adjacent to the public park for urban nature integration. And next comes the operation and usage of context of building. In this first we are going to discuss on industrial building which operate on strict schedule. That is, operation follows strict production cycle, storage, logistics and equipment maintenance. Next comes the compliance with health and safety standards, in which industrial building must meet the occupational health and safety regulations to protect workers and environment. And the next third point is specialized infrastructure in industrial buildings, which includes the ventilation, waste management and energy supplies. And the fourth one is daily usage and maintenance in residential building. And the fifth one is regularity by residential code and audience. And next comes the support for community services in residential. And the last point is importance of understanding the operational aspects, in which the facility managers and planners rely on operational knowledge to maintain the building functionality and safety standards. And thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.